Hey guys, Mike here from Old Man Things. How you doing? I'm out in the fisherman's nook. I just accidentally turned the TV on, so let me quick shut it off. I thought I'd do a Monday night pipe story. This is kind of a neat. There's three pipes, but it's a pipe story. I'm gonna light it. If you guys haven't gotten yours lit yet, light it with me if you don't mind. I burnt my finger twice tamping my pipe today, and I burnt it really bad. Which is silly because I had the tamper in my hand when I put my finger in there. Both times. Burnt this finger and this finger. The hot coals get stuck on it, so you're going like that. And if you're stupid enough to do it twice in one day, you deserve to be burnt, right? Here's a mess, sorry. I'm having trouble lighting it. We do one more. Pots are harder than most to light, I always find. I might be wrong, but I normally am wrong, so. So back when I lived in Oklahoma, and Craigslist was a thing. I don't know, I think it's still a thing, but I don't know how many people actually go on it. There's a lady selling three pipes. This one, it's a GBD pot second. It's a 789. This one, it's a GBD 243, or sorry, 9437. It's another pot. And this one, a Comoy's pot. What kind of Comoy's is it? It's a London Pride Comoy's. It's the three stamp one. Let's see. I almost took a puff of the empty one. Lady wanted 100 for all three. And she was about a 45-minute drive. I never had a GBD or a Comoy's before. So I thought I would. So I messaged her and she said it was still available. And I said I was in from Bartlesville, and she said, "Oh, that's a good trip. I'm sure it's not that bad." And she said I didn't know what price to put. And she said, "Is 100 all right?" And I said, "Yeah, it's fine." I said I'd like to pay less if I could, but if that's what you want, I'll pay 100. So she said, all right, let's do 100. So it was like a Friday night. I drove there within the summer. It was way out. There's a lot of weird little towns in Oklahoma near where we lived. We lived there for 7 years. I never understood Oklahoma, where we lived. Like in Wisconsin, if there was a storm or something, you get those storm warnings, and they said that the storm's currently in this place. I always knew where it was, but the 7 years in Oklahoma, it would say that it's in this place or in this place. I never understood. And I'll tell you where we lived. If you ever heard of Phillips 66, that was like the hometown where Phillips 66 started. Everywhere you went was Frank Phillips, Frank Phillips, Frank Phillips. And then towards the end, when we were there, the pioneer woman, the cook, the lady who see all her stuff at Walmart and stuff, she lived right down the road from us. Garth Brooks lived, when he was in Oklahoma, he lived in Owasso, which was just down the road from us. Anyhow, so that's where we lived. We lived in Bartlesville. So my wife said, I'm not going. If you want to go get some pipes and take 2 hours of your life away. In the spirit of wives, right? And you do it yourself. So I went, and it was a older lady and a guy in this old trailer house. And so I got there, and she showed me the pipes, and I looked at them, and I said, yeah, these are really good. And I said, is there any story behind them? And she said, yeah, they belonged to my dad. She said he loved his pipes. And she said a lot of them, they were so bad that like the ends were also gnawed away. But she said these were his 3 favorites, so he took care of these ones. And she said, I wanted somebody that would appreciate them. And she said, somebody would drive an hour each way, I know will appreciate them. So she says, you made my day knowing that you'd appreciate them. And she said, they've been sitting in the cupboard, she said, for years. And she said that she'd rather them go to somebody and appreciate them. And that's what she knew her dad liked pipes, smoke. So she was quite pleased that I was getting them. And I said how I'd always wanted a GBD and a Comoys. So I said I was quite pleased to get these. So I gave her the $100, and as I was leaving, she came out and she handed me an envelope. And I said, what's this? And she said, it just is like a bit of a story I wrote down about the pipes for my dad. I thought you would enjoy it. She said, look at it when you get home. So got home, cleaned the pipes because they needed a good cleaning. Opened up the envelope, and there was a little sticky on like this. So it was a flat envelope. Opened the envelope up, there was a sticky on the $100 that I gave her. And she said, I was never planning on making any money on these. She said, I just wanted them to go to someone who would appreciate them. So she said, I know you'll appreciate them. And she said, you remind me of my dad. So she said, I wanted you to have this little treat when you got home. So it was really, really nice of her. And I messaged her and thanked her and said I felt bad she didn't need to do that. And she said, oh, I want to do that. She said, again, I never planned on taking any money from them. And she said that you were willing to drive that far. She said that meant a lot. And then she said, again, I reminded her of her dad. So I thought it was really nice. So I'll treasure these pipes for as long as I smoked pipes, which I'm not planning on giving up anytime soon. Now this Comois is the strangest. There's, I thought that it was like that he must have like drilled it out, because I mean, look at that. Can you see that? Look at how thin the walls are and how big that is. I mean, you could stick a 50-cent piece in there. And it's hard to light because it's so big. But I've seen pictures of old Comois pots. That had those thin walls, and I don't understand why it would be so thin, but I really like the pipe. And as you know, I'm a big fan of Comois. It's one of my favorite brands, the old pre-80s Comois. And this GBD is one of my favorites. I do like straight pipes. But this one just has the prettiest briar. My lighting is terrible. You can't see, I don't think. It doesn't do it justice. But there's a big fill right there, but I don't mind it. So that's my pipe story. And it was these 3 pipes. It was the reason I wanted to do a Monday night pipe story video in the first place, because I just thought it was just so neat. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. It was a beautiful day today. Holy cow, I got to like 55, 50, I think 57 was the high. So, again, just a bit of advice. If you burn your finger tamping your pipe, don't try tamping with the other finger, because the odds are you're going to burn that finger and all. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on Wednesday night pipe, or pipe. Was that Wednesday night rabbit? All right, see you guys later. Thanks, bye.